But in this next topic, there is a method to bypass all EV tax credit restrictions and to get the 7,500 federal tax credit. We're going to go through it and I'll talk about it and show you exactly how. But of course, spoiler alert, you cannot do this 100% with Tesla just yet. And also, I'll show you which vehicles actually qualify for it and which vehicles actually don't. And I'll show you exactly where they are qualifying for the 7,500 federal tax credit. But we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. But basically, just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. And so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link, where you can get access to the best Tesla buying guide out there that has all the best interest rates and financing rates for your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. All right, so let us jump into this. Shout out to Electric for posting this article, how to bypass nearly every restriction of the EV tax credit by leasing, of course. If you didn't know that, we've actually talked about this on the channel. But basically, the TLDR on this is that if you lease a vehicle, if you lease an electric vehicle, you might potentially redeem or be able to reap the benefits of the full 7,500 federal tax credit. It's line item on the deal. You can usually see it on the breakdown when you're buying the vehicle from a dealership or anything like that. And here are some of the examples. If you buy a Hyundai Kona EV or a Hyundai Ioniq 5, or even the Polestar 2, there are already line item 7,500 discounts or $7,500 incentives so that you can lease the vehicle for that much less. And if you're wondering, like, how much on a lease is 7,500 actually worth to you, it's basically $30 a month in monthly payment for every $1,000 in discounts essentially off of a lease. So 7,500, quick math, 7.5 times 30, that's a lease difference, a monthly payment difference of $225 a month. Here are some other vehicles that actually qualify. And the reason for this is because the Inflation Reduction Act, how it is written, commercial leases or commercial deals or purchases qualify as a loop around hole for the 7,500 federal tax rate. So other vehicles like Chevy Bolt EV, Chevy Bolt EUV, Mach-E, E-Transit, Escape EV, Corsair, all these different vehicles qualify on a lease, because what happens is when these vehicles are being leased to you, the actual owner is actually the financial company of that vehicle company. So like Hyundai Financial Services gets the 7,500 federal tax credit, and then they pass it on to you as the consumer. But there is one Tesla that we know that is kind of passing some of the benefits of the 7,500 vehicle, and that is the Model 3 standard range. You can see right here, we've got the Model 3 standard range right here on the screen. We can actually adjust the new price of $41,990. And if you scroll all the way down to the APR, or the leasing financing rate, you'll notice that it is a 1.9 financing rate APR. And that, of course, does not exist anywhere else. I mean, the average rate is anywhere from 5 to 6, maybe even 7% on any sort of financial product. And so what Tesla is doing is they are absorbing that 7,500 federal tax rate. They're giving you a lower lease APR down to probably a subsidized one, all the way down to 1.9%. And that is how they are passing some of the savings. And we know this for a fact because if we put in the long range vehicle Model 3, the APR goes up to 5.9%. So we can easily see that Tesla is trying to subsidize it in some sort of fashion. And so that is where it works on a Model 3 standard range. And I actually kind of recommend the Model 3 standard range to some certain buyers out there, people that live in New Jersey that essentially may not pay any sales tax on purchasing an AEV, and also people that are looking for the new generation Highline, the new Tesla Model 3 redesign refresh that potentially could be coming out later this year, or more than likely next year. You could do a 2-year lease, pay Tesla and drive a vehicle or Model 3 for a little bit, and then once you're done, turn it in and get the new leasing or the new Model 3 Highline at the end of the day. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it, on how to basically use this method to bypass the 7,500 federal tax rate or all the restrictions on that. But we're going to jump into our next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel. So definitely check it out if you're interested.